Welcome. Please come in. Have a seat. So my understanding is that you've been needing to talk to someone. And I get it. You're feeling as though no one in the world listens, no one cares. But what makes you think that talking to a complete stranger is going to make you feel any better about any of this? Oh. Well, I think it's important for someone like yourself, someone so wonderful, perfect. I mean, sure, no human being is perfect, but I mean, let's be honest, you get pretty close, don't you? Oh, all right, let's drop the act, shall we? I love roleplay as much as the next guy, but I think it's pretty evident that we're here because you don't think you can trust me enough. Which hurts me, to be honest. I mean, we both know that you and I belong together. And you shouldn't be telling all of your secrets to some schmuck off the street. I don't care if he's got letters or numbers or whatever behind his name. I can be every bit as sensitive and as persuasive as he is. Don't worry about your therapist. He's fine, I think. Just a little, chloroform really makes things a lot easier. But don't worry, they're perfectly fine. I'm sure you guys can continue your sessions. His notes are really sloppy and kind of hard to read. What do you mean? It's public record. He had them here out in public, which makes them public record. Oh, you don't believe me, though. Okay. Let's take a closer look at some of his notes. Let's see here. What is he saying about you, beautiful? Depression and anxiety. Well, that doesn't seem right. You always seem so happy when you're with me. Now, here's a little detail that makes me wonder. What is this guy's agenda? Right? I think what he's doing is that he fell in love with you and he's trying to steal you from you. Listen to what he says here. Client has admitted to feeling... I can't even say this. It seems so violently against what we know about each other. Okay. Client admits to feeling trapped within their relationship and unable to leave their significant other. See? Does that not sound like someone with an ulterior motive to you? I don't know. Sounds pretty suspicious to me. Goes on further to say, client feels as though they are being held hostage in the relationship, that they cannot have friends outside of their significant other. Client worries that their relationship may be forming an abusive cycle. Abusive cycle? What kind of craziness? What kind of horseshit is this, right? I treat you well. I never put hands on you. Unless you tell me it's okay I never hurt you. Unless you ask me to. And we both know you liked the pain. You remember when. But the thing that worries me is this line here. Will provide patient with resources to escape their situation and seek help outside relationship. Now, I cannot imagine what sort of depravity this man may have in his mind. I mean, he wants you to end up in a shelter? He wants you to end up somewhere where they're going to pump you full of medications and try to pretend like what we have isn't real. We both know it's real, don't we? We know very well, sweetheart, that it's real. And are you going to let some quack doctor get in the way of our love, of our relationship? So, I made sure that he wouldn't be trying anything funny with you. Don't worry. He'll get over it. He'll live. I'm sure of it. But when someone comes after my person, when someone comes after the love of my life, I have to put very strict boundaries on that guy. I have to make sure that he gets the fucking lesson out of this. So he's gonna wake up in the morning and he's gonna have a message waiting for him. You know, I locked that door from the outside in so that no one would interrupt our little session. Because we needed to have this heart-to-heart. I mean, you shouldn't feel like you have to go somewhere else for any of this. You should feel comfortable talking to me about all of your problems. I mean, I obviously feel comfortable enough with you, you know? But here's the thing. That nurse up front, she was giving me some problems. So, I ended up putting her with the doctor. They're going to be in for a rude awakening, unfortunately. But that's what happens when you get in the way of true love, isn't it? Now, tell me more about what it is that you're experiencing. Have you truly been so sad with being around me, with me doing everything I can for you? Is that what's going on? Baby, tell me what I can do to make you feel good. To make you feel safe again. I can't do that. I can't just leave you alone. I mean, what happens if someone comes by and tries to hurt you and I'm not there? This man almost did. And had I not been here to intervene, who knows what he would have done? You know how many clinicians lose their licenses because they sleep with their patients? It's more than 0, I'll tell you that much. And I'm not about to risk this man trying to get into your pants by getting first into your head. No. I'm not going to take that risk. I'm not going to say, hey, I have mixed Skittles and M&Ms in a bowl. Let's see if you can pick them out without getting a Skittle. Why would anyone take that gamble? Why would anyone take that unnecessary risk, after all? So why give him a chance to hurt you? No, honey, you don't have to be afraid of me. You've given me no reason to be upset. This was just a poor miscommunication problem. It happens to every good couple. I wouldn't be so upset right now about it if it weren't for the fact that there was some filthy sleazebag trying to get to you. I cannot abide that. Understand? So here's what we're going to do. You and I will slip out the back, go back home, I'll put you in your favorite chains, and we can sit and talk about this until you're ready to admit that everything will work out. See, the problem with therapists is they only get 45 minutes to an hour, and I know you need more than that. You need all of the attention in the world. You realize that, right? You're deserving of that. You're worthy of it. So, I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that and more. I promise you. So, let's go ahead and get that gag out of your mouth so that you don't scream. I mean, I don't need you screaming, right? You don't need to scream. You're safe. I'm not going to hurt you. Darling, you're starting to get me angry. I am trying my best to be absolutely accommodating for you, and you're struggling, and you're making this difficult. I'm not going to hurt you, but I think that maybe you should consider my feelings too. I give, and I give in this relationship, and all you do is take, and I've had no problems with that. I am more than willing to let you take as much of me as you want. But what do I get in return? I get resistance. You know, maybe coming to therapy wasn't such a bad idea after all. I never would have had the courage to tell you that had we not been in this office. See? Talking to people clearly works, and when you talk with your partner, that's when you get results. Look at you. You're not even struggling. You're calm. You're relaxed. Everything is working out fine. See? All you had to do was listen. And I'm proud of you for listening. I won't take that away from you. So, I'll admit, I have a bit of a temper problem. I usually don't exhibit it when you're around. I hide it fairly well, like I hide all of my emotions, except for my love for you. Because for me, that's the only acceptable emotion. It's the only thing that feels positive in this world. And I'm sorry if you feel burdened by my love, but I will continue to love you until one of us ceases to exist. And I don't mean from this life. I mean in, like, when we completely disappear. That is when I will mourn. But for now, I will celebrate the fact that you and your beautiful skin are here with me right now. So let's go home, tie you back up just the way you like it. You'll feel safe and snug with nothing to harm you. And then from there, we can have a more detailed conversation about these little outings of yours. You know, sometimes you can be a real brat. And I would hate to have to tame you. Oh, who am I kidding? That sounds like a lot of fun, and I think you want that, but that's a discussion for another day, wouldn't you say? Now let's go, darling. You and me away from this place. Police? Oh, I don't think we have to worry about the police. I mean, my disguise had you fooled until I removed it. Oh, don't play coy with me like you knew the whole time. It was convincing, we know that. I love it when you play hard to get sometimes, but we really should get going. Well, you see, someone, not naming names, may have pulled the fire alarm. Now, why would they do that if there's no fire, there's no smoke? Well, let's just say, when things get heated between you and I, it feels like there's smoke rising. Speaking of which, we should probably go. Oh, your therapist and his nurse will be fine, don't worry. They're in a place where it's going to be easily escapable, but you know what? I don't think anyone in the world should have to read these horrible, ugly notes about you, my perfect darling. And so now they won't. They'll be erased forever. And anytime those notes come back to besmirch my lovely human being, I'll make sure they never see the light of day. Now come on, darling. Let's go home. Oh, you know, you're just so gorgeous. How have I not covered your face in kisses already? I know we have a time crunch. It's very soon, we gotta go. But let me just You taste amazing. Alright, we really should get going. Time's a wasting, as they say. It's so good to have all of this aired out. It's so freeing. Now, I figured we go through the window. More dramatic that way, what do you say? I know how much you love the drama. After you. What? Listen, I may hate to see you leave, but I love to see you walk away. Don't worry, love. I'm keeping a close eye on you.